I thought of in helping to turn Mary, I forgot that I went to a chiropractor too to try to, there's some move that the chiropractor can do that's supposed to help a breech baby to turn. What I didn't try was, I guess they can go up inside you and manually turn the baby. They didn't do that. They didn't even talk to me about that. I don't know if they really wanted to do that, the doctors, whatever. Or if it was just too late because she was so far down. I'm not sure.
Hi.
Here's my helper boy. He's got a nice clean face. This is Adam. Anyway, so let's see. So I wanted to tell you something else too. So with Mary's birth, with the hypnobirthing, one thing too, I kept those headphones in, even though, in the end, my midwife said she was gonna leave, and she stayed there for a long time, but she did say, go ahead and do it, listen to what your doctors say, and she probably kind of had her hands tied because I felt kind of abandoned by her, like, hey, you were supposed to help me have my natural birth, and she was saying, Rachel, I really would advise you to follow what your doctors or what these doctors are telling you because they know. And my husband, who's now my ex-husband, was also saying, go ahead and do the C-section, babe. Don't fight against him. Don't be stubborn or whatever. And I just felt like I just wanted to wait. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait. So they let me labor for 18 hours before that next midwife came in, and she really gave me the ultimatum. And I was so sure that baby would come down, and I think she really would have. But anyway, after the birth, it was a pretty hard time during the birth too. I had like early labor. So I had to go on bed rest for a while, and I did lots of art. And I love to do art, especially when I'm pregnant. Yeah, you can have ice cream. So, my midwife would see all these pictures of me being sad, like the storms. I just had a lot of rough feelings. There was a lot of things I was going through. My husband and I were just having a rough time. I couldn't really tell what was going on with him. He was just gone a lot, exercising, and I just didn't feel very supported, and I felt something was wrong, and I didn't know what it was. Later, I found out that, he was not being faithful to me. He didn't actually come out. He tried to come out and say it, but I didn't let him finish, so that's frustrating. But and even after I had the baby, he would come be with me at the hospital, and then he would just be gone. And it was a rough time. And right after I had the C-section, then I came back in because I had so much pain, so much gas pain. My body was telling me something was really wrong. So they were going to open me back up to see what was wrong. Anyway, in the end, it turned out to be, it was my body saying that the relationship that I was in was not healthy and not okay, and it just finally came out my mouth, those words. Someone that my sister worked for Young Living, and she had someone that worked with oils, and they did like emotional therapy too. So she actually came and put oils on me and just talked to me, basically. I think I was so ready to heal from the pain I was feeling, because I was feeling so much pain inside. And it was my body saying, Rachel, pay attention, because if you don't, I'm going to take care of this for you by checking out. And when I finally came to the conclusion that I was ready, that I needed to do something, and I felt like a separation was the best, then the pain went away. And I was just so relieved. And then I was finally able to go home with my baby. They'd even stuck a tube down my nose into my throat to drain my belly because they were going to cut me back open. And I nursed my baby through all of that. All they let me have was ice chips. I couldn't eat anything because they were going to have to cut me back open. So they let me eat ice chips so that I could have some milk to nurse her with. And Mary was great through that whole thing. She let me nurse her just on ice chips. And she was like my comfort in that really hard time. So not that every birth will turn out to be like that, but if you are having issues in your relationship, it's definitely going to show up in your birth or your birth experience. So it's a good idea to pay attention to what's going on in your relationship so that you can have a more positive birth experience.